The other thing I wanted to ask about is the concept of the infinite pie, that a lot of people see lack or limitations, that there's only so much money going around, and once it's gone, there's the concern that, if I don't get my share, then...
We don't understand how you would come to that place. When we explain to you that you're the creator of the pies,
and that's what I wanted to
and then you worry about the pie not being enough pie, just make another pie.
Yeah.
Make another pie. If you're the pie maker, then make as many pies as you want. Slice them up any way you want.
Right, and because I didn't know if an analogy adding laying new pipes would be good to include with this. I get it, but I wanted to. I just got the sense that it would be something really good to.
You have to find your place in this, because the word infinite only feels good when you're on the high-flying disc. In other words, when you're on that high-flying disc, because you feel up to speed with it and capable of contemplating it and flowing with it and knowing what to do. If you're not on the high-flying disc, infinite is overwhelming. So a lot of people hang around in this concept, what he's talking about. We've been talking about, here's this prosperity pie, and it is unlimited, where so many humans think that there's this finite amount of prosperity, and if that guy gets a large amount of it and that guy gets a large amount of it, then there is less to be spread among the others. And so there's a sort of competitive lack-based consciousness that happens. But when you come to understand that you are the creator of your reality, you are the creator of your prosperity, just logically look at the resourcefulness, better said, the resources of your planet today, and compare them with the resources a very short time ago. Where are these resources coming from? Resources have always been the exchange of human energy. But when you were trading beads and digging up gold and trading nuggets for fur and that sort of thing, your economy was not anything like it is today. Now what you are trading is intellectual
capacity.
There is the unlimitedness of it, but in its unlimitedness and in its intangibleness, it can tend to make you feel sort of lost or overwhelmed. You have to sort of get the hang of this. Kate and Luke gave Esther a pen that she keeps in her date book, and it looks like a magic wand. It's her favorite thing to have in her hand. And she writes and scripts and focus wheels with it and waves it around as she is dictating to the universe, some of that please, some of that please, some of that please. Because from that high-flying disc, there just isn't anything that you could point at that won't come directly to you, as directly as your path is allowing. And so if you spend this time carving out the path, being on the high-flying disc as much as you can. We didn't talk about that much yet today, but so let's say you're on this high-flying disc because you woke up there, because you were born there this morning. You're born again there this morning. And you recognized it, and you've been doing it for a few days, so you're pretty good at it. And you're basking and appreciating and feeling good and breathing deep and enjoying what you're drinking and liking the feeling of your body and appreciating your home and thinking those thoughts that feel good and are renewing to you. And then something occurs to you that is not that high-flying. And you say, Esther's been saying, I have 17 seconds. She said to a friend the other day, I have something to tell you, and I only have 17 seconds to do it in. We said, that's not exactly what we had in mind when we told you about the 17 seconds. She's also taken to sort of counting. She realizes that she's moving in a direction, and from past experience, she knows it has the potential of taking her to a place she doesn't want to be, or of carving out more of that path that she would like to let lie dormant. She wants those old pipes to close up from neglect. That's a really good way to say that. She wants those old pipes that lead to unwanted things to close up from neglect, from her neglect. And she wants the new pipes toward what she is wanting to open up from her attention. That's what you're thinking about. And so I've got 17 seconds, and she's been going 17, 16, 15, 14, 15, something about just counting down, keeping her mind on the counting rather than on the thought, then by the time she gets down to 1, she can't remember what it was. For a few days, she chewed on her arm instead. Anything to stop herself from moving forward or from adding to an open pipe that she doesn't want. It's about awareness, isn't it? So I deliberately got on the high-flying disc, and now I'm deliberately staying on the high-flying disc. You put these things together, and it becomes something that you can easily do. And not only is it easy to do, but the results of it are easy to see.
Yeah.
You just can't help. And there isn't anything more wonderful as a deliberate creator than to accomplish a vibrational point of attraction deliberately and then watch what happens next. Nothing will make you feel more worthy. Nothing will make you feel more loved. Nothing will make you feel more invincible than to realize that the entire universe is cooperating with your deliberate intention. It's also cooperating with your indeliberate intention. Call that creating by default. But once you know how something good will happen, and you'll feel fortunate or lucky, you say. It seems like a coincidence. I want to give a new definition to coincidence. It's a cooperative incident that law of attraction has orchestrated. And so it's not iffy, it's not chancy, it's not lucky, it's creation. Creation because of a powerful law that is absolutely consistent to the vibration that you're offering. So when you offer vibrations deliberately and know that you have, and then get to feel and then witness or realize what's coming back to you, you just begin rolling with this, and you begin feeling the power of your own empowerment, your own ability to choose and define and clarify and focus and resonate with and allow and then experience. Deliberate creation is utterly delicious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
knowing you did it on purpose. You see, we want you to have we don't want you to come away from a Cancun experience and attribute the deliciousness of it to the power of what the Abraham Hicks organization orchestrated. It was magnificent. The music, the fun, there was so much that was packed into that. But that's not the reason that you felt the way you felt. The reason that you felt the way you felt, you weren't feeling the way you felt in response to. The other day, this explains this more clearly. Esther went to the beach in Mission Bay, San Diego. And she went there deliberately. She was feeling so good. And she's taken to saying to herself, I feel really good. What could be even better? I feel so good. What could be even better? And so the first thing that came to her mind was an In-N-Out hamburger. And eating it at Mission Bay. So she jumped in the car and made her way down there and sat and ate her burger while she watched people playing. They were on roller skates, they were on skateboards, they were sunning, they were running, they were boating, they were windsurfing. About every manner of deliberate fun was before her. And as she was watching them, she said to us, Abraham, I don't think anybody is feeling as good as I am right now. She said, it's like they came here looking for fun, and I had fun and came here. It's like they were looking for a way to surprise and delight themselves, and I was already surprised and delighted, so I was inspired to this. And we are wanting to explain that speaks it all. In other words, if you have achieved the vibration and then the inspiration leads to the behavior or the action, then the action will give you so much more back, where most humans are looking for a behavior to enhance their experience. And so we just wanted to get this squared away. We don't want you to come to these events or to come to any event or to any event whether we are involved in it or not, looking for the upliftment that it provides. We want you to be on that high-flying disc, and if you are so inspired, then to come and co-create with us. That's the best of all of it, you see.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess for me that I've experienced a lot of that,
Yeah.
and I so appreciate everything that I've learned from the teachings of Abraham.
So what do you do if you're not on the high-flying disc, Abraham? What were all those processes that you've been giving us for all of those years? When pivoting was the first thing you said. You know what you don't want. You know what you do want. Pick one. Point toward what you want. So we are not invalidating all of the processes that we've given you, because those processes have helped you to realize that you can be the deliberate creator and the deliberate focuser of your experience. We're just giving you the end run, back door way into deliberate creation. Get happy and then think.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Get happy, then call your kids. Get happy, then interface with others. Get happy, then get into your vehicle and go somewhere.
And it works so incredibly well.
Yeah. Well, we keep interrupting you. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know if I have more.
We think we got it.
I
We
so
think we got it.
appreciate, yes,
Yeah,
just
we do as well.
my adventures, my expansion, working with you for the last 6-7 years, and the journey has been incredible. Thank you.
Esther said, it feels like I have this source energy wind at my back.
Right.
And I get to face forward and pick whatever I want. And I'm just being swept into this current of well-being. And that wind is at all of your backs. You just have to get yourself positioned in the wind a little bit. Yeah. Good.
Thank you.
Really good. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now what? We're going to come back right here. Stand if you think it's you. Yes, you're the one.